Hello everyone, my name is Ali and today I'm going to be showing you how to install Windows 10 on your MacBook using Bootcamp Assistant. And I'm also going to be mentioning how to fix the common errors that can happen when trying to install Windows X. So first thing you have to do is go to Microsoft's head to Microsoft's official website and install the Windows 10 ISO image. So this is the website. Be selecting Windows 10. It's all in Russian because I'm currently in Russia and that's why it all shows up in Russian language. But don't mind that. It's almost the same thing. I'm going to be choosing English International. Make sure you download. Make sure you check which is the compatible file that you have to install. You can check it over here. If you have i5 or you can check that one. If you have i5 or i7, then you have to install the 64-bit. I'm going to be canceling it because I already have it. Next thing you have to do is you have to head to Bootcamp Assistant and press continue. If you've already tried that before and it got stuck here and it wouldn't just go next, it showed you something like you have to do something or something like this. Well, you gotta go to disk utility and make sure that you have no other partitions, that you delete the Bootcamp partition, which would be over here, and the other OS X partition that would be over here. Well, you will have to partition them like this. I'll be going over that later. So you press continue and make sure you choose the right file. It's very important. I'm going to be choosing this. Going to be choosing. Make sure you don't use less than 45 gigabyte. Well, I would be recommending, if you have more place, to use 50 gigabytes. Well, in my case, I don't have enough space, so I'm going to be just going with the 45. Click install and wait for it. Well, as you can see, I got the error that there's not enough space available on the disk, or there could be you could have some other errors such as failed to copy window files, or you could have an error that says failed to partition. I'm going to be showing you how to fix all these problems. So you have to press OK and make sure make sure that that you go into security and privacy, and you have the file vault off. Well, it could take you up to 4 hours to turn it off, but it's a very necessary step, so do it. And you have to make sure that your time machine is set off. Well, there is always a debate whether or not that this really matters or not, but I prefer to be unchecked and unchecked. So what you have to do next is you open disk utility, and you make sure that click erase. Well, yeah, you click erase and exFAT. Make sure you choose exFAT and name it anything. I prefer to just keep it as OS X reserved. So after formatting the disk, eject. Yeah. So after this step, what you have to do is you have to open Bootcamp again and go to Action, download Windows support software. Oh, and before that, it would help if you would make if you would create an empty folder, name it such as, for example, Windows support files, and go to Bootcamp, Action, download Windows support software, download it in the new file that you've just made, or you could put them later. I'll be telling you why we've made this new folder later on. As you can see, we've completed installing the Windows support software. So we're going to go out. Open the Windows support software like this, and in the new file that you made, you could name it anything different so that you don't get confused. I just named it the same. So you drag these files that you just installed into this new folder. Oh, well, you could just keep it in the same folder as well. That wouldn't have made a difference, but so yeah. Open the ISO image file that you've downloaded from the Windows official page, and drag and drop it into the new folder. So the next step is open disk utility, and you're going to be opening the OS6 reserved disk. Go show in Finder, and you will get this pop-up. So what we're doing here is we're manually putting the Windows support files into the OS6 reserved. This is the part that failed every time. You select all of it, and there's another error that can happen usually, and it happens to me as well. What you're going to be seeing is the item WinPE driver can be copied because there isn't enough free space. Well, what you can do here is what I do is I go into Bootcamp folder, drivers, and I just drag and drop NVIDIA out, and I go and install it later on when the Windows is installed completely. So now when you drag and drop 7.58, most importantly, that you have 8 GBs here, and by removing NVIDIA you make enough space. So once the files are copied, you go ahead and eject, and go ahead and eject Bootcamp as well, and let's close and open disk utility again so that it's updated 7.66 GB. So once everything is done, what you'll have to do is you'll have to mount Bootcamp. Once it's mounted, you will go ahead and restart your Mac. And as you restart, make sure that you hold the Option Alt key. Now I'll have to switch cameras so that you can see the screen while I do this. Okay, so you have to restart your computer. And as you see the screen completely goes off, you go ahead and press the Option key. And once it pops up, you'll be able to see this. So go ahead and press on the arrow. select next. Well, I don't have a product key, so I'm just gonna go ahead and click on that. I don't have a product key. I'm just gonna select home. You have to accept to the license terms. Click next. Okay, so here you're gonna be seeing that you can press next on any of the following. And what you need to do is you have to go to drive 0 partition 4, the Bootcamp partition, and press format. And then you'll see that the next button is opened up. Press next and wait for the Windows files to finish copying. So once Windows installation is done, you're gonna get a window like that says restart. You can just gonna automatically restart. Then you're gonna get a window like this. Continue installation process. So once that is done, you go ahead and select your region. I would choose United States. Keyboard layout, I would go United States International. Skip. Once this page pops up, and so as you can see, you cannot select a network Wi-Fi because we haven't installed the drivers yet. So the next step would be pressing I don't have internet. Continue with limited setup. With your name. I will not put a password, so I'll just skip this. No. Well, these are not necessary. You can go ahead and read them, understand. Accept the privacy. So once it starts up again, you will see this Bootcamp window pop up. Go ahead and click next. I accept, install. And you see that once the installation is finished, Bootcamp install completed, you just press finish and you restart your computer. Once it finished restarting, this is what you're gonna get. Sometimes an error can occur while restarting. There will be a blue page that says we're collecting some info. Well, you can just go ahead and press the power button and turn it back on again. Thank you so much.